name is Anaya Donaldson, and today I'm going to be informing you about genetically engineered foods. My purpose is to inform my audience about genetically engineered food and the food and how it grows faster and tastes better. When people first think of genetically engineered food, they think of some harmful chemical that's been put into our food which can possibly harm our bodies. And I'm here to explain to you that that's not going to happen, and genetically engineered foods is actually good for you. Genetically engineered foods is crops that have had their genetic material changed using technology. So like their DNA is changed from one DNA to another. Scientists take the genes from a specific trait in one organism and then insert that gene into a cell of another plant or animal. So like when people think of these, they think it's harmful chemical when it's not really what it is. It's just a new gene being put into another to taste better and look healthier for your body. Why are genetically engineered foods grown? Genetically engineered foods are grown to prevent the loss of crops. These crops are resistant to insect damage, and this allows farmers to use less pesticide spray to protect the crops. Meaning, when the crops are grown, there are insects around the crops that can damage the crops, but since these crops are resistant to insect damage, the insects won't damage the crops at all, and they'll still be good used in stores. These crops are also herbicide resistant. Herbicide resistant is a substance that is toxic to plants used to destroy unwanted vegetation, meaning like weeds and stuff can be gone just because these plants are resistant to herbicide. So the farmers usually use a till method where they used to kill the weeds, but since these crops are resistant to them, they use a no-till method. And this method helps maintain a soil health which lowers fuel and labor. This has created a positive economic and environmental impact, meaning that since these crops are herbicide, it's more crops being born without dying because of the weeds. Killing the weeds could possibly kill the plant also. And so since these crops are resistant to the herbicide, it won't kill the plants, it just kill the weeds. Are genetically engineered foods safe? Yes, genetically engineered foods are safe to eat. There is no evidence of harm. And there are reports, but none show effects of danger, meaning that people eat them every day and there is no cause of danger to these people. How does genetically engineered affect the world? Genetically engineered foods affect the world because cotton is the most used crop worldwide, meaning that most people use cotton. As you see right now, my clothes are cotton. So it is the most used genetically engineered crop in today's life. Most of these crops do not make it far out of the U.S. due to the lack of public preferences, meaning most people do not prefer this over that. Like most people prefer cotton over soybeans, so that's why cotton is in more higher demand. They can add the positive effect because they have more nutrients, more nutritious food, and they taste better. Examples of genetically engineered food would be cotton, potato, soybean, papaya, and summer squash. These GMOs are healthy because the chemical use has been reduced to 37% and increased in crops used by 22%. In conclusion, genetically engineered foods are not as harmful as people may think. They are healthier for you and gives you more nutrients and gives you a better taste than what other food will give you. I have concluded my speech about genetically engineered foods. Thank you for your time.